Hello everybody, welcome back to Visionaries Playground. My name is Kristen. I am the one-woman show behind everything that you see. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading regarding what blockages may be in your life right now. It could be blockages as far as like what's holding you back from making your next move, or what's holding your manifestations back from coming in. And then towards the end of each reading, I will see like what steps you can take to kind of clear that blockage of energy. And we're going to be doing something a little different today. No candle blessing and no crystals on top of the cards. I thought it would be cool to instead flip these cards over now, and then you can kind of pick based off what crystal is on the card. So if you just want to meditate on this for a second, maybe even try to guess the colors of the crystals underneath here. I will give you a second to do so, and then I will flip it over, pick your pile, and then we'll get started. Okay, so meditate on that for a second. I'm going to start flipping them over, pile 1 to pile 5, okay? So, card 1, I should say card, not pile, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have oh my god, I always mess this one up. Rhodochrosite, I'm sorry, I butchered that one, I'm sorry. We'll get better. And then I have Angel Light. I have Argonite. I have Chirophrase, I'm sorry. And then I have Azurite. Okay, so like I said before, this is pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You go ahead, pick your crystal, pick your pile, and then I will see you there. All right, hello pile 1. If you picked Rhodochrosite, this is your pile. This is your card reading regarding what energies or what blockages may be appearing in your life right now, and towards the end, how can we overcome these blockages. So first off, I'm going to be using my Ethereal Visions Tarot deck, and as always on this channel, we do live shuffling. So right off the bat, I have the Knight of Swords here. Keep going. The Judgment card. So with the Knight of Swords and the Judgment right off the bat, because with any of these court cards, it usually indicates that it's about a specific person or it's about you. And with the swords, it talks about power and conflict and how it can come up in our lives. So with this Knight of Swords, it could be that somebody, and I know Judgment normally means like reaping what you're sowing, cause and effect, but I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. My son has like the loudest toy ever. He's walking around with it. All right, guys, I am so sorry about that. My son has one of those like push mower popper toys, and I just know that if I wouldn't have taken it away right now, he probably would have been walking around with it for the entire video. So I'm so sorry about that, but I am back. All right. As I was saying though, with the Knight of Swords and the Judgment card, I know Judgment usually means like cause and effect or justice in some way. It could literally mean judgment as far as like somebody is maybe not fully supportive of your path right now, and so this person is blocking, is like kind of, yeah, is blocking energy right now for you. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards to gain some clarity. Or it could be, yeah, I'm gonna leave that at that for your judgment. Any, right, cards for pile 1. Thank you so much, Spirit, for facilitating this energy. so the Chariot, okay? Chariot in reverse. So yeah, it could be that somebody is literally just like standing in your way right now. And with the Knight of Swords, I'm going to use my Universal Rider-Waite, and I'm going to get some more clarity. Can I have more clarity on the Knight of Swords? Just to see if I can get like an indication of like who this could be. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the Devil card came, and then the Knight of Wands came. So definitely it's somebody in your life that's kind of like tempting you to veer off your path. Is kind of what I'm getting with the Devil card. It's somebody that's tempting you to essentially like not believe in yourself. And so you're kind of filling yourself with self-doubt, maybe some fears. Maybe this person is just making you feel bad about decisions that you're making, because with the Wands here, the Wands talks about just kind of like getting things done and like moving forward, making things happen, fire energy. So like I said, putting plans into action. But with this Devil card here and with the Knight of Swords, it's somebody in your life that's prohibiting, and it could be a male. But I want you to see the depiction of the Devil card right here, okay? Oops, where's my, oh, there it is. It's a woman and a man, ball and chain, and so yeah, I see that it could be a relationship that you're in, like romantic relationship. It could be coworkers at your job. It could be your boss, but somebody is just prohibiting you from moving forward in an area of your life right now. And that's what I'm getting with the Chariot card. You know, instead of moving forward, you are just either stuck or stagnant, or it's like you take 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. So all right, what else could be blocking pile 1's energy? Could be blocking pile 1's energy, please. Could be blocking their energy. Yeah, so the Ten of Swords, it talks about betrayal, deception. It also talks about like if you continue on with the like if you continue on like either being with this person, talking to this person, allowing this person to be in your life, essentially this is what they're doing to you. And you know, you see this person with all of the swords in their back, and usually the Ten of Swords kind of talks about like defeat, you know what I mean? Just because the 10 is completion and the swords talks about power and conflict. So I definitely, yeah, it definitely seems like it's a person, and you could have been experiencing some betrayal from them. It literally could feel as if they are stabbing you in the back, per se, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and gain more clarity on this one. So can I get more clarity on the 10 of Swords? Ten of Swords, please. Clarity. Can I have clarity on the okay, so we have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords usually talks about like an upright. It will usually talk about rest and relaxation and kind of like waiting for something to come in. But with it in reverse, I'm seeing, yeah, I'm definitely seeing some heartbreak here. Or not so much heartbreak. I'm seeing burnout is what I'm getting at. And like, there's a lot of sword card here. So it could even be yourself, is another thing that I'm thinking. Like, it could literally just be yourself kind of prohibiting things from moving along. You could be kind of at your rock bottom. You could be kind of letting like negative thoughts take over. And that is what is causing these like energy blockages, is your thoughts. Because with this Judgment card, yeah, the Judgment card and then the Chariot in reverse. That's really what I'm getting at. Maybe you're just being a little bit too harsh on yourself. You were thinking like you need to get to a specific place. Yeah. So with the Five of Pentacles here, it definitely talks about inner child work, and needing to do that, confronting your shadow self, and also nurturing that inner child. Okay. So that is definitely a big theme right now. It could be trauma from your childhood. And I'm sorry, I just dropped some cards. Give me one. It could be trauma from your childhood, and this Knight of Wands could be a male figure in your life. It could be your dad, it could be uncle, stepdad, and maybe you're like scared to disappoint your parents is another thing that just came through. And I think that's what also this Judgment card and the Five of Pentacles plays in, is you're kind of like scared to disappoint anybody. You're scared to disappoint the major people in your life. And it's so funny, I just realized this. It says on your Rhodochrosite, it says, remember your worth. So that's definitely a big theme in here, remembering that you're in control of your own reality. You're in control of the way you react to things. You're in control of the way you deal with things, live life, and the choices that you make. You're in control of it. And by allowing this person to step in and try to control certain aspects of your life, like it's literally just putting you down more and more. It's and you are having a hard time coming to terms with this, because especially if it is a parent, you don't want to feel like you're disrespecting them. You don't want to feel like you're disrespecting their wishes, because parents, they ultimately want what's best for us. But and maybe your parents aren't a part of your life anymore, and it's so much like you just have to get past the trauma that arose in your childhood. And that's kind of what I'm getting with the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so let's keep going. Is there any more blockages that are affecting pile 1? Is there any more blockages? Okay, yeah, we have the Well card, but it came up in reverse. And the Well card is very specific to this Ethereal Visions tarot deck. And usually, like, with the Well, it talks about divine guidance, asking for divine guidance, and, like, receiving answers. But I'm saying that you're just kind of, you may even feel like you are blocked from, like, divine source, the divine guidance. Yeah, you may be feeling like you're blocked, and it's because of this like childhood trauma, these like your thoughts are literally like prohibiting like guidance to come in. And it could be that you don't even want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even want to hear what you don't want to hear the solutions. You don't want to hear what your guides have to say. You may just be kind of like ignoring their callings in a sense. Like they're sending you messages on what you need to do. Maybe your soul is even tugging you in a direction, but you're just like not listening. You don't want to listen. But yeah, so let's keep going. And even as I'm like reading this pile, like I kind of just feel right now like not confused, but I feel defeated as I'm shuffling these cards. Not because I am in my personal life, but it's just really what like I'm picking up, the energy that I'm picking up. It's just like a lot of defeat here, like defeat, feeling like you can't make choices for yourself, feeling like you can't decipher like maybe the signs that you're seeing. But yeah, so let's keep. Perfect. Oh, yep, the Tower card. So there has to be some type of transformation that has to happen right now. And you may be in this Tower movement as far as, you may just like a transformational time. And this Tower movement will happen once you kind of learn where these feelings are stemming from, where these like inner child work needs to come in. Once you realize like, who is this person that's holding me back? Who is this? And once you kind of realize like you are in control of your life, you're in control of the way you react to things, you're in control of everything, you know what I mean? Especially if you are an adult and your parents are still trying to control your life in a sense. Like I don't want you to disrespect your parents, but I also need you to live your own life, because over time, your soul will just get tired of listening to everybody else. Your soul will you will physically start. So if you ignore the callings of your soul, it will manifest physically in your body, okay? So if you constantly are ignoring your callings, what you want out of life, and you find yourself having anxiety, back problems, you find yourself like tired all day, every day, no matter how much sleep you get, no matter how much like meditation, or no matter how much like caffeine you drink, and you're still just exhausted, it's because you're not listening to the callings of your soul. You're letting all of these like conflicting thoughts and these negative thoughts affect you. And it may not even be negative thoughts that you're conjuring up. It could be the negative thoughts that somebody else is conjuring up. But with the Tower movement, something has to change, and when that change happens, this is essentially what happened. And the Tower card is nothing bad. It's essentially like an ending of one thing and starting like another, in a sense, is what I always think of it. Like, even though things are ending and it may be like hard emotionally or physically, whatever, it's for your ultimate good. So I'm going to see if there's any more cards in this deck. And then we'll move on to what can we do to erase these blockages. And I just had 2 cards fall. We have the Queen of Swords, and we also have the 10 of Pentacles. And this came after the Tower card. So after the Tower card, this could be kind of what is to come, after this Tower movement. Being in control of your emotions, feeling lighter, feeling happy, feeling content. And then with the 10 of Pentacles, it talks about like completion of a cycle. And then the Pentacles is also about, finances, materialism. So especially if this, I mentioned before, if it was like a coworker or even a parent preventing you from taking a job opportunity. This is kind of saying that once you get past this Tower movement, you will feel complete. And you could also, let's say if it was regarding a career, and that's like the blockages that you're, with this Tower movement, if the negative emotions or the like self-deprecating thoughts is what's holding you back. And then this is, like I said, this is what's to come. And then with the Ten of Pentacles, it talks about completion, talks about materialist, oh my gosh, retrograde is messing me up right now. What's the word? Materialistically, like you could be like coming up in a sense, and you may not even need whatever. Like if you are, let's say I just got, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Why can't I talk right now? Maybe you're receiving assistance from somebody, receiving assistance from your parents. This is also saying that like by breaking off, you will then find more clarity on what you want out of life, but then you will also, like I said, level up as far as like materialism goes. And yeah, I'm gonna, let's see. Trying to see. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and okay, I'm gonna pull some more clarity on the Queen of Swords and Ten of Pentacles, because I'm not like, that's what I was trying to decipher. Like I'm not 100% happy with this answer. Or maybe I also have another thing that just popped in my head. Maybe like your parents want you to kind of take over the family business and you don't want to. So then you're kind of struggling with these thoughts of like, yeah, so the Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I'm definitely could be that like your parents kind of want you to take over the family business and you don't want to. Yeah. And so I would just be honest if this is the case, because with this, I would just be honest. If that is what is kind of like affecting things right now, like your parents want you to take over the family business and you don't necessarily want to, I definitely would just come clean, come honest is kind of what I'm getting out of this. And just because it's your parents' business doesn't mean it's your legacy. And with this Tower card and with the Queen of Swords and then the Ten of Pentacles, you kind of have the power to build your own legacy. You know what I mean? You don't have to feed off of what your parents provided for you. You're not, this is, we're on Earth. We all are in control of our reality. Even if our parents did give birth to us, it's not like they make all the decisions in life. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and see what can we do to kind of clear these blockages. What can we do to clear the blockages? I apologize if my message wasn't like flowing like it normally does. Like I said, just the energy I'm getting off of here is just confused and defeated, and I pick up on that too, just as a intuitive and a highly sensitive person. I'm very sensitive to energies. So yeah. All right. Can we please, what can we do to clear these blockages that are holding group 1 back? Okay. Oh, so we have the Nine of Swords. So I'm definitely seeing like you are definitely overwhelmed right now. But also with that, I want you to know that even though there's a bunch of darkness around you, there's still light somewhere. And so the best thing for you to do right now is to take some time for introspection and to be away from everybody, especially like I just get a huge family vibe off of this, like parents controlling in some aspect. So if that is what is happening, you really just need to take some time for introspection and maybe even take a break from them. Just say, hey, like I need a couple days to figure out what I want out of life. And do that for yourself, do that. And do some inner child work, maybe do some shadow prompts on like, where do these feelings of guilt stem from? Where do these feelings of unworthiness stem from? Why do I feel like I can't make decisions? What's, and even ask yourself, what's holding me back? And then with the Eight of Cups here, it's talking about just like walking in a new direction and trying to find what lights you up, because you see this woman right here walking away from this like dark water and then walking towards the sunshine. So it's finding what lights you up, what makes you happy. And so that's one thing that's one thing you really should be doing, is taking a minute to sit down and write a list of everything that you want out of life, and then write a list about everything you want out of your job. And like I said, if it is so much as like taking over parents' legacy and you don't want to do that, make it known. Make it known, and then figure out what you want, So these cards came out in my Psychic Oracle deck. We have discontent and boredom. So whatever. So discontent and boredom. And that is what, this is probably what you're feeling, like forcing yourself to do this, whatever, like forcing yourself to go down this path, and suffering in silence. Definitely, especially if you're not voicing your concerns and you're not voicing to your family or to your coworkers or to whoever that you're not happy. And then you're trapped in fear. Okay. And so when you're trapped in fear, like you feel like you can't make any moves. Like maybe you feel like any move you make is bad. You're scared of disappointing people, and you're just not speaking up. You're not speaking your truth. Like I said, you're kind of allowing these people or these situations or these thoughts and feelings to overrun your mind and overrun your mind. And so I'm going to have one more deck that kind of helps us see what we can do to get out of this funk. So let me shuffle these. And I'm going to pick the card on the top and the card on the bottom. Doing a little different today. So, card on the top. Look beyond the surface, with number 37. And it says, avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. And then the card on the bottom is life is better together. Seek assistance from your community. Connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. So with that, I want to say maybe there is somebody in your corner that would be supportive of these dreams. Maybe there is someone, maybe even in your family, that would be supportive of you taking a different direction or going in a different way with your life. And if so, this is your sign to reach out to them. This is your sign to maybe get some advice to them on what to do. Maybe it's a family member that did the same thing that you're doing. They didn't want to follow with their family legacy. Or a friend, they didn't want to follow with their family's legacy, so they didn't. They broke off and did something completely different. So yeah, if there's someone in your life that if there's someone in your life that you've been meaning to call or wanting to call, this is your sign to do so. And then, so focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. And seek ways to bring depth to your world. So just seek things like that make you happy, that make you fulfilled, that make your soul thrive and make your soul happy. But that is your that is your reading, group 1. I'm sorry if it was a little choppy at first. Like I said, just trying to read the energy. And but yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 2. If you picked Angelite, this is your reading. I'm going to push this card over to the side. On this channel, we do live shuffling. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, this is pile 2's reading. What is blocking? What energetic blockages, or just what is blocking their life in general right now? So let's see what we got. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Hermit in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going because it's not very clear. Oh, okay, Nine of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay, so right off the bat, this could be about finances, right? Just because of the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, maybe just a big theme in your life is finances, money, materialism, yeah. So with the Hermit in reverse, usually like this just means introspection, but you could be feeling like isolated, or you could be feeling alone. Now with the Six of Wands in reverse, that's really interesting actually, because usually like the Six of Wands would be a fairly like positive card, but with it in reverse, so with it like this, I would say that it's like victory, because like you see the card, like the guy looks victorious. But when it's like this, it's self-doubt. Okay, so sorry, it took me a second because I'm focusing on this yellow right here, which could correspond with our solar plexus chakra, and our solar plexus chakra is all about personal power. So with this in reverse, I'm seeing that you may just be filled with self-doubt, not feeling like you kind of fit in, and with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, oh crap, oh I just almost dropped my entire deck, sorry. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you could be like feeling like you've been working hard, but it's not going anywhere. Like you're not seeing any progress in the things that you've been doing, or maybe like you haven't necessarily been working as hard as you should, because you are filling yourself with self-doubt. You are feeling unworthy, isolated, alone. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. But then, what else is blocking? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords, we have the Four of Cups. So with the Six of Swords, this talks about you are going into like a new chapter in your life. So it could be that like you're just in this like weird in-between spot, or it could be that you need to move past these feelings of self-doubt. You need to put some more effort into what you're really asking for, so that you can get out of this like choppy sea into a smooth sea. So yeah, definitely putting more effort towards what you want, not making excuses, and following the callings of your soul, just not making excuses. Like, and with the Four of Cups, I think of this like meditation, divine guidance. So as far as like what's blocking you, maybe you're not actually doing this. Maybe you're not meditating. Maybe you're not taking the time to, or maybe you're taking, okay, so with a hermit, like I said, isolated, alone, but within this like isolation, like you're not doing anything to really get yourself out of it. You're not really putting forth the effort to put yourself out of it. Maybe you're scared to make choices. You're trapped in fear, as far as like feeling like if you make a move, like a big risk, a big move, that it's not going to work out, because like that's just what you feel. Like you're just really doubting yourself right now. So with that said, like if you're not really doing your spiritual practice as far as meditating and then listening, if you're not listening and like following through with like the thoughts and ideas that come to you, or you're not following through with what your soul is asking you to do in this moment, that's what could be blocking you right now. And it could be that like it's not going to go anywhere until you sit down and make some moves, really, is what I'm hearing. Like, actually make some moves towards what you're asking for. Because you can think about it all you want. You can tell yourself, oh, I want to get out of this situation. I want a new job. I'm not happy with my job. But if you're like making excuses, oh, well, what if I can't pay my rent next month? Oh, what if I can't do this? With this angel light, it says literally support is all around you. And I want to, like, a personal anecdote here is back in 2019, I think it was 2019, I had a really great job. I was 21 at the time. I'm 23 now. I was 21 at the time, making about 36 grand a year on paper, and then plus commission. So I could have easily been making over 40 grand a year had I stayed at this job. Anyways, but the job made me happy for about a year and a half. Okay. And then after that year and a half, like, I really, among other things, like, I was pregnant, and they were literally just like, it felt like I was the one doing everything. Like, I was the one doing 90% of the work, because everyone else was either slow, had no idea what to do, or I had to train them, because it was a construction supply warehouse, and there was literally so many moving parts that you had to know what you were talking about in order to thrive in this environment. But they started treating me differently when I was pregnant, and then, like I said, like, they would not work with me at all, and so I was having panic attacks. Going to work, hyperventilating, crying all day. And then I would wake up, I remember this, I would wake up crying because I had to go to work that day. Like, and I had never experienced that before. I only had $1,000 to my bank account, which would have got me through 1 month of bills, because at the time, me and my husband, we were just like financially we're scraping by. Okay, like, if I wasn't working, we weren't going to make it, sort of thing. And I was pregnant, 5 months pregnant. So if you even look up on Google, like, who's going to hire a pregnant girl, like, most people will be like, oh, we don't hire pregnant girls, or they can't directly say that because it's like against the law. But if most people, their experiences where they were not offered the job because they were pregnant, right? But I took a leap of faith. I quit that job. I knew I had exactly 1 month to find something new. I put my resume all out there, all freaking out there. And then I got to the point, it was almost time up, you know what I'm saying? Like, almost to time where I like needed more money. I needed, like, my bills were about to be due. I needed a job. And by the grace of God, I ended up getting a job where I made a little bit less, but I still made about like $13-14 an hour, I want to say, which was pretty good. It was an apartment leasing company. The apartments were like run down shit as fuck, so I never had to do anything because no one wanted to live in these apartments. So basically, like, they hired me knowing I was pregnant, and then the boss was so cool, he would let me go sometimes and pay me for the day without me having to work. And I just said, I'm telling you this story because sometimes we have to just take a leap of faith, okay? Sometimes, even though you only have $1,000 left and that's all you have, and you could be homeless if you don't get a job, sometimes that's what the universe just needs you to do. They need you to make that choice. They need to see that you are trusting in them, and you, it's all about trust, really. It's a trust exercise. Your guides are not, your guides are not going to allow you to go homeless. Now, I want to say, if you are thinking about leaving a job or moving jobs or switching some aspects of your life, let's say it is a job, you quit your job, but then you do nothing towards getting a new one. Like, you take no inspired action and towards getting a new one, then it's just not going to work out. So I encourage you right now to sit down and figure out, what is it that is making you feel this way? What is it that is making you feel out of touch with yourself? What is it that is like what is your soul calling you to do that you're not listening? And I want you to journal about this. I want you to think about it, okay? But yeah, so needless to say, I was able to pay my bills the next month. That is kind of the message that I wanted to tell you. Yeah, with the justice card, it's all about balance. Look, justice, reaping what you've sown. And it could also mean law that you need, but I'm not really seeing that as in terms of like law or it could be contracts too. But no, I'm definitely seeing balance because my eye is going to the scale. So it's all about balance. And definitely the universe is saying, like, if you step in one direction, we will meet you, okay? Just take the one step, even if it just means putting your 2 weeks in, okay? Do it. Do it. And then those next 2 weeks, bust your ass trying to find, or I should say this, if you want to put your 2 weeks in, do it. Don't listen to me though. This is only just, I'm giving you advice, but you don't take it with a grain of salt, okay? Because I'm not in control of you. I'm not in control of your reality. But I'm just telling you what I am reading off of these cards. So sit down with yourself and write down all the things you want out of a job. Write down everything you want out of a situation that's going on in your life that pertains to this, okay? And then take the inspired actions towards it. And if that is putting your 2 weeks in and then literally putting your resume out there, do that, okay? And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So with the Knight of Swords in reverse, yeah, you could, yeah, okay, so I'm just trying to think. It could be like impatient. It could be that you're impatient. You could just, I feel like this card is just all about doubt. Like you're really just doubting yourself, doubting that that things really will work out, okay? Is there any more blockages in pile two's life? Any more blockages? Any more blockages? Oh, hell. Wow. You guys had a bunch of cards just come out. More than the first pile. So I'm going to put my deck over there. Yeah, so the Hanged Man, definitely some stagnant energy. We have the Seven of Wands, which talks about kind of like you feel like you need to, like you're protecting your foundation too much. You're protecting yourself way too much. And with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Queen of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so stagnant energy right off the bat. You are feeling like you just need to control too many aspects right now. You feel like you need to be in control of everything, and Spirit's really telling you to give up like a tiny percent of your free will, okay? Because with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, here's that scale again, but the scale of balance in this card is reversed, so there is no balance. And you could be feeling like finances is what holding you back, okay? Because with the Pentacles, that's what it, finances, materialism, right? So it could be that like you're scared that you're not going to be money could be a huge reason what's holding you back right now, okay? We have the Queen of Cups here. And I just see someone that's kind of like in charge of her emotions. I see somebody that isn't afraid to make choices, okay? And maybe normally this is who you are, okay? Maybe you're normally not afraid to take risks, make choices, but because of the Six of Pentacles, because of these other two cards, you are, okay? The Four of Swords, the Four of Swords talks about like deception, betrayal. And so it could be that, okay, so with the Four of Swords, it could be that you just need to just take a couple days off. And it could not just like off of work, whatever, like just take a couple days, like turn your phone off, disconnect from the world, and figure out what is calling you right now, okay? And make the necessary steps towards it, okay? With the Knight of Wands, it talks about just taking charge with aggressiveness and abruptness. And I know that this is supposed to be about what is blocking you, but I really feel like this is what is going to help you get out of these blockages. Even though I didn't ask for those cards yet, that is what's coming up for me, is to disconnect from the world. And then once you figure out what direction your soul is calling you in, follow that. Follow it with aggression. Follow it like harder than you have anything before, okay? Yeah, and really put yourself out there. Really like do what you want to do. Don't make other people don't let other people make those choices for you, okay? I'm going to also do, what can we do? Is there any more cards like to get out of this energy blockage? Is there any more cards to get out of this energy blockage? Any more cards? Okay, so the Page of Wands talks about new creative ideas and pursuits. Okay, so it's definitely just taking whatever ideas that you have right now, whatever creative, whatever creativity, creative ideas are coming to you, it's about taking action. And it's time to take action, okay? Any more cards on how to get out of this blockage? The Knight of Wands, and then the Page of Swords. So with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it talks about like passion and positive movement forward. So it's a little, the Knight of Wands, it's so crazy that's in reverse. So even though you do have these creative ideas and you need to follow suit with them, don't let your ideas get too out of whack, okay? Be realistic is really what I think is what this means, okay? Be realistic, okay? For at least right now. It's okay to dream big, but make realistic steps toward your goals, okay? Now, let's see if there are any oracle cards that want to come out. Okay. We have 3. Yeah. Rejoice and celebration. Okay. Spiritual strength. Okay. And temptation. Okay. So I'm going to get this temptation card. I really feel as if it's about just like the thoughts that are in your head. It's tempting to say, oh, well, I'm not really worthy of these things. It's not really going to work out for me. Okay. So you may be tempted by those negative thoughts, and they maybe keep coming up. Okay. But the spiritual strength, it's like I talked about here, it's about really meditating, really connecting with your guides, okay. I'm hearing in my head, don't half-ass it, okay? So someone's guides really needed to tell you that. Don't half-ass your spiritual process, okay? Don't half-ass your prayers. Don't half-ass your wantings to talk to your guides. Don't half-ass your meditation, okay? Make sure you're truly in the moment. Make sure you're truly trying to connect, because Spirit is saying that you're taking the steps, what's the word? It's you're making the movements, but you're not actually making the movements. You're going through the motions. There you go. You're going through the motions, but you're not really like, you're not really doing the work. You're just going through the motions, okay? But rejoice in celebration. So in celebration of this newfound opportunity that you're about to find yourself in, celebrate, okay? And don't feel bad about that. So, and celebrate the fact that you are coming into a new chapter in your life, okay? A new chapter where you're not going to be tied down and where you're going to have more freedom and in whatever way you would like. So we're going to do one more oracle card. I'm going to be doing something a little different today. I'm going to be picking one card off the top of this deck and then one card on the bottom. Gotta shuffle one more time. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and do the one on the bottom. And we have, and I'm going to take the one off the top. Okay. And so it says, shedding the old. There is change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so that you will be able to see the new prospects. So, like I said, yeah, I mentioned this. Transformation, okay? Big transformation. You're coming into a new chapter in your life. It's just a matter of taking charge. And life is better together. So seek assistance from your community. Connect with friends, family, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. And maybe there is an opportunity that you really would like to see yourself in. Or maybe there's a family member or friend that has also gone through something similar and they can offer you advice. So if you've been meaning to reach out to somebody, now would be a great time to do so. But yeah, pile 2, this is your reading. Thank you so much for joining in. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. If you picked Argonite, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Sorry, I just spilled water on myself. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. I bumped into it. Alright, so on this channel we do live shuffling. So remember, this is about what energy blockages may be appearing in your life, maybe in your life. And then we're going to see how do we get around it. So, beautiful. Right off the bat. Okay. So we have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Hangman in reverse. The 4 of Swords in reverse. And the 6 of Swords in reverse. I also want to mention, if you were going between pile 3 and 2, you can check out pile 2 because these cards also came up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, I'm seeing somebody that is kind of out of balance, and it could be that you have some choices to make and those choices are making you feel out of balance. Now with the Hanged Man in reverse, I'm going to talk about the 4 of Swords real quick, okay, and then I'll come back to the Hanged Man. But the 4 of Swords upright talks about, it talks about resting, renewal, but yeah, definitely resting, okay? And then the 6 of Swords talks about transformation in a way, because you're getting out of this choppy sea into a smooth one, okay? But like I said, okay, the Hanged Man in reverse talks about stagnation. Yeah, okay, so it talks about being stagnant. Also can be about self-sabotage in a way, okay? And what did I say? Rest, okay. So yeah, so 2 of Pentacles, out of balance, out of Swords. Maybe there's some choices that you have to make that are making you feel out of sorts with yourself. And the self-sabotaging thoughts could be because of this, or the self-sabotaging thoughts could just be because you don't necessarily feel like you deserve something, okay? You're not worthy of something. So what is blocking our precious group 3? What is blocking? Oh, hell. All right, so the 2 of Wands. Definitely feel like there's like some duality in your life. Maybe you are going one way but feel called to go another way. So there's some duality. One second. This candle is like perfumey and it's giving me a headache. Let's close that. Okay. Yeah, I don't really like perfumey candles. My mom got this for my Christmas, so I felt obligated to use it. Sorry, Mom. I just don't like it. It's giving me headaches. All right. So anyway, 2 of Wands. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. And we also have the Ace of Wands, okay? So beautiful cards. So, so with the 2 of Wands, I definitely am seeing some type of duality, okay? Like I said, duality in choices you're making. But yeah, so and then with the 8 of Cups, so with the Cups talks about like our emotions and our relationships. But with the 8 of Cups, you're not quite at your completion yet, because right, 10 is completion in any suit. So it could be that I'm getting that there is just like, yeah, so duality. The 8 of Cups. I'm going to need more clarity on that because I actually don't know. So hold on. Can I have some clarity on the 8 of Cups, please? Okay. So, we have the World card in reverse. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And this is coming off of the 8 of Cups. So, with the World in reverse, it's talking about like unmet desires. And usually this talks about like completion, right? And then you're going to be moving on to the Fool, which is a new beginning. But I'm seeing that whatever choice is like hanging you up right now, and maybe it's just like, a fight in between like you and like what you want and what you feel like you should do, okay? And you feel obligated to go the route of what you should do instead of going the route of what you want to do, okay? So it's going to manifest in not unmet dreams, right? Not being able to reach your dreams, not being able to kind of reach this completion. And with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like being like stagnant within your materialism too, okay? Because of the fact that you're ignoring you're just ignoring some aspect of yourself, okay, is what I'm hearing. You're ignoring some aspect of yourself, so it's causing things to not come in at all, okay? It's causing the World card to come up in reverse, right? Okay. So with the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands, to really, I would say that these cards represent what we can do to kind of get us like out of this, or kind of like get the energy flowing again. Hold on, taking a sip of water. Hold on. It could be so the Page of Wands talks about new ideas, creative endeavors, right? The Ace of Wands kind of just talks about like being in charge, and being in charge in the sense that like you're in charge of your choices and decisions, and like ideas coming into fruition, right? Okay, so your creative ideas coming into fruition. So I think like I said, I think this just has to do with what is here, and it could be emotions, because with the Argonite, it says release emotional baggage. Okay, so it could just be that, like, I'm kind of hearing that, like, you're just making it difficult, but it really doesn't have to be this difficult. Like, the choice that you're making definitely doesn't have to be as difficult as you're making it. So apply that to whatever area, applies for you, whether it be in a relationship, partnership, signing contracts, business, whatever. But I'm hearing that, yeah. So, okay, I'm going to keep going. Is there any more blockages? But yeah, I forgot what I was just going to say, but maybe that's for a reason. So, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, Six of Pentacles in reverse came up last in pile 2 as well. So like I said, if you were going in between pile 2 and 3, sorry, you're going between pile 2 and 3, definitely go check out pile 2, okay? So I'm also hearing, like, okay, so with the Six of Pentacles, right? And this doesn't necessarily have to go with these cards, but it could actually. It could. Okay, it could. Because I didn't necessarily ask what can we do to get out of these blockages, right? Okay, but then this card comes up and I stick it there, so I'm going to go with it. So it could be that the ideas that you have for yourself, they're not benefiting anybody but yourself. And in some ways that could be good, but I'm hearing that you're being a little too selfish, okay? You're being a little too, too selfish, and it's causing, like, you're basically, like, not giving as much as, like, you're receiving, okay? And it could be emotional wise, it could be within your relationships, right? Or it could just be as far as ideas in a business partnership. Maybe you're not up to par as where everyone else is, okay? So then people essentially are maybe just getting upset with you, or someone's getting upset with you. It doesn't necessarily mean that someone's upset with you, I'm just saying. But it could just mean that, like, or you do have these ideas, right? You do have all of these, like, amazing creative ideas, but you're not actually doing anything with them, okay? That's another thing I'm hearing. You're not doing anything. And that is causing these blockages because you're just not making any moves because you're scared to make the wrong move, okay? And Spirit wants you to know, like, don't be scared, okay? Because even, like, the mistakes, they end up turning into gold. You know what I mean? So Spirit is definitely telling you to, like, take a little bit of a risk here, okay? Whatever. If it's about relationships, take a risk. Jump into that relationship. Even if you're scared to get hurt again, shit. Anyone can hurt you. You know what I mean? Don't be scared of that anymore. If it's a friendship and you're scared to get hurt by a friendship, same deal. Just do it. Do it, okay? Now, if this is regarding career, business ideas, whatever, and you are not making any moves because you feel like every move is wrong, again, just do it. Nike, just do it, okay? Is there any more blockages in pile 3's life? So the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so it definitely talks about going into a situation blindly, having blind faith, but you're just, like, it's just a scared energy. Like, you're scared of making choices. You're scared that, like, you'll lose everything if you make these choices, right? Also, like, using past experiences as an excuse of why things can't work out, right? So you are putting too much emphasis on your past. That makes a lot of sense. putting too much emphasis on your past, because like I said, you've been hurt before. You've been fucked over before, and so now you're scared because you feel like this person or this opportunity is going to do that same thing to you. But timelines change, things change, chapters change, people change, seasons change, okay? So why can't your life change for the better? Why do you always feel like things are just going to be bad, okay? Spirit is encouraging you to stop playing the victim mindset, okay? And I'm sorry if this, I'm not trying to be harsh, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm literally reading the cards for what they say. I will always do that. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm just here to read energy, okay? And I'm just gonna say it. If this is kind of hitting you the wrong way, it's making you feel a little upset, it's for a reason, okay? It's because this is what you're in right now. You're in this victim mindset of every move I make is wrong and everything I do is wrong, and Spirit is telling you you have to get over it, okay? You really do. Or this World card will stay in reverse. You will never reach your dreams, manifestations. They just won't come in, and life will start feeling very unfulfilled and very stagnant very soon if you don't make some moves, okay? Is there any other blockages? I'm also hearing life can't move forward if you're stuck in the past, okay? You can't be in the present if you are stuck in the past, okay? I'm gonna put these over here. We should be done with them after these three. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, which is talking about like being in charge of your emotions, right? We have the Ten of Cups, which also talks about the same thing as far as like a completion. It could be that you are trying to maybe start a family, or this could be like a relationship or a potential partner that you're scared to move forward with, but this is a great omen saying that you should at least give them a chance, okay? The Two of Swords, feeling like going into a situation blindly, and then the Six of Cups in reverse talks about, so upright, the Six of Cups would essentially talk about like a reunion. What did I say? The Six of Cups talks about reunion. So within reverse, okay, it's definitely you're stuck in the past, okay? Because this also talks about like nostalgia, childhood, like, right? But with it in reverse, I'm definitely seeing that you're stuck in the past, and it could be someone that hurt you in your childhood, okay? It could just be things that you experienced in your childhood that you've seen happen to other people, and so you don't necessarily want it to happen to you, and you're scared that their experiences are going to define yours, okay? But that's not true. You're a different person than you were back then, and you're different from whoever else you're comparing yourself to, okay? Sorry, I just manhandled my microphone. I don't know why I would even do that, so I apologize. But yeah, it's this. You're definitely stuck in your past is what this pile is really all about. What can they do to remove these blockages? So the Two of Cups, okay? The Two of Cups. So, well, it came up in reverse though. Like, to me that's just... So, the Two of Cups in reverse, so definitely about healing past trauma, okay? So before you can have it upright, right? Before you can be in harmony with this partner or with this relationship or friendship, you really need to heal any past trauma regarding similar situations that have happened in the past, okay? And sometimes even like the good people in our life can remind us of people from the past, right? And I feel like it's just about moving forward. Okay, definitely if you were going between this one and pile 2, or even if you weren't, go ahead and check pile 2 out, because both of these cards came out. And to me, Why are you so many reverses about like these blockages you need to reverse? That's so funny. With this card upright, like I would say that like you're getting recognition or whatever. But right now I'm hearing that you maybe just need to lay low, okay, and not so much seek outside attention, not seeking validation from outside sources, okay? Seeking only the validation of you feeling confident in yourself, okay? Because essentially, like, let's say you do seek validation outside and someone calls you fat or someone calls you ugly and you believe that, that's because, or you let that upset you, okay? Not believe that, you let it upset you. It's because a tiny part of you believes that person. Not saying that you are fat or saying that you are ugly, but I'm saying that subconsciously or maybe even consciously, a part of you believes that negative thing that they said about you, okay? So this is all about seeking your own approval, not anybody else's, okay? And to not get carried away by your ideas, and to not move so quickly, okay? Take a step back, reevaluate, and then move forward, okay? So let's see if there's any oracle cards that want to come in. Okay. Any more oracle cards? I feel like there's like 2 more. Oh, I feel like there's 1 more in here. Hold on. Okay. Don't be all weird. It's definitely this one because he's just sticking out. So we'll pull him right out. All right. So we have rest and rejuvenation. What did I say? Rest and rejuvenate and kind of connect with your inner guidance, okay? Do not seek outside sources at this point. Sacrifice. So sacrifice could mean making a choice that is for you and only for you, okay? Or, yeah, making a choice that's only for you, okay? I don't. Oh, the sacral chakra. So definitely could be about intimacy, sexuality, and I'm sorry. The sacral chakra talks about our sexuality, right? Self-expression. So the sacral chakra is something that you really need to work on. And with this card here, you really need to meditate. You really do, okay? And that was a huge theme in pile 2. And I know this is pile 3, but I keep talking about pile 2, but that's because it's different messages as far as like the overall theme, but it's similar in the sense of like what you need to do to get over like these blockages, right? On the sacral chakra, so meditating on the sacral chakra, okay? Envisioning that chakra do this next time you meditate, and you can only meditate for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, okay? But next time you meditate, do this. Before you just go in and start meditating, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take 30 seconds to relax yourself. Do a full scan of your body, relax, okay? Start with your face, make sure your face is relaxed, and then move down. And then once every part of you is relaxed, it should only about take 30 seconds, because once you become aware of tension, it's easy just to kind of let go, all right? That's what I mean. And then start your breathing. Breathe in 4 times, or breathe in for 4 seconds. Yeah. Take 30 seconds to relax, and then start your breathing. Okay, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale. Same thing, repeat that, okay? Once you get into a meditative state, I want you to imagine the sacral chakra glowing, okay? I want you to imagine it as this wheel of just glowing energy. And I want you to envision it going into a clockwise motion, okay? Not counterclockwise. I want you to envision it going into a not super fast, but like a just slow and steady wheel, okay? And I want you to envision that. And I want you to do that every day for a week. Not just one time, every day for a week, and tell me how you feel, all right? Come back to this video and tell me how you feel after doing that, all right? And then obstacles and challenges. Like with anything in life, man, there's always going to be something that gets in our way for us to overcome. And those are just simply lessons, okay? They're not here to hold us up forever. They're lessons for us to move through, okay? So one more oracle card, and then we're calling it a day. So with these cards, I'm gonna pull the card off the top and then the card off the bottom. All right, here's the card on the bottom, card on the top. So let's see what we have. Ooh, help appears in various ways. All right, there is so much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift you forget to look to the support systems that are with you continually. And it could be support systems as family and friends, but because of the simple fact I told you not to seek outside sources, I'm going to say the answers are within. The answers are within you and your guides, okay? Because your guides ultimately have your best purpose or have your best intentions. They're not really like swaying you one way or the other. They're making, there's helping you gain clarity and knowing that you're supported, okay? That's their job. And then number 26, where you need to be, acknowledge how you are feeling. Have faith the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. So just having faith in the universe, knowing that you are divinely guided and loved and supported, okay? Thank you so much, Pile 3, for watching. Please let me know down below if this reading helped you. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye. All right. Hello, Group 4. Welcome to your Pick a Pile reading. If you pick Hierophant phrase, you are in the right place. And the message on here is allow yourself to receive, okay? Hold on. Let me just drink some of my water. And on this channel, we do live shuffling. So let's go ahead and see what blockages are in your life right now. My goodness, of course my cards always fall on the floor. Hold on. So what is blocking you right now, Group 4? So we have the Two of Cups in reverse, and we have the Devil in reverse. So with the Two of Cups in reverse, it usually talks about like I always think of that card as like making a cup brand new again. But it could be with the cups. Okay, cups talks about our emotions, right? And so it could be emotions. It could be like your emotions are kind of or is what's going to be the theme of this reading, you know? And then with the Devil card in reverse, I hear like breaking addictions was the first thing that came to my mind. So it could just be not being tempted by addictions if you do suffer from substance abuse, or even just addictions as far as like negative thought patterns, or being addicted to watching too much TV, like you watch it for 8 hours a day and that's all you do, you know? So basically just breaking out of like the toxic habits, or your toxic habits is what is potentially blocking you, okay? So let's keep going. Oh my god, let's keep swimming. Or what is it? Is it? Just keep swimming. Oh my gosh. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. That's the song that just popped in my head. So if you are an avid Finding Nemo fan like I am, then I don't know. I just that is just a message for you. It's a channeled message for you. Okay, just keep swimming. And then we also have the Death in reverse. So wow, the Devil and the Death in reverse. Now, I just want to say, do not be scared of this card, right? So with it in reverse, right? It could be just scared of letting go of the past, right? Letting go of a past version of yourself, okay, is really what I'm hearing. Letting go of it, you're scared to let go of this past version of yourself. Maybe you are on the cusp of a brand new chapter in your life, but you're so worried about like things that happened in your past. You're so worried about events, or the person that you were in the past is what I'm hearing. You are worried about the person you were in the past, and you're worried about bringing that new person, or bringing that old person, those old thought patterns into this new life. Okay? And it could be bringing negative, toxic habits into this new life, whether it be smoking, drinking. It could even, like I said, be just too much of something, like, or just negative thought patterns. Ooh, so we have the Artist. Now, the Artist is a card specific to this deck, and it talks about just like creating the life you want. Okay, and maybe you have been trying to do that. Okay, so like I said, you're clinging onto the past, right? You're clinging onto things that don't necessarily serve you anymore, or you're scared of being this new person. You're scared of being this artist. You're scared of getting everything you want in life, which sounds like it's such a silly thing to be scared of, but it's a very true fear, okay? So with Ten of Wands here in reverse, now with this, like, I would say like carrying burdens, right? But when this card is in reverse, like, I just imagine all the sticks falling out and then his bag is empty again, right? And it could just be releasing old things that don't serve you anymore, okay? Allowing those negative things just to fall out, because they're already trying to fall out. So just let it happen, okay? And that could be what's blocking you, is you're scared to let it happen. You're scared to make these choices because, like, the person you were before, like, you were that person for so long, and so it's daunting to try to be a new and better version of yourself, right? Sorry, I dropped a card, but let me keep shuffling. So anything else that could be blocking group 4. Do not, oh my gosh, you booty holes, you freaking dropped all my cards. I'm not talking to anyone except for myself, okay? And yes, I did call myself a booty hole. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are not weird or don't have a weird sense of humor, like, my channel just may not be for you. If you don't like hearing people curse and just make weird jokes, yeah, I'm just going to give you that disclaimer right now. But with the Moon card, I see you're a bit unfocused, right? Illusions. There's illusions coming up, and the illusions could be that, like letting go of the past means like letting go of who you are, right? But it's not true, because I'm hearing that the person you used to be is not who you are anymore. So how can you lose who you are if the person you are doesn't exist anymore, right? That person's dead. That negative chapter in your life is closed, and it's a brand new one. Okay, so there's some illusions set up, and that's one blockage. But the illusion is within yourself. You are scared of letting go of that old person because maybe you're scared that you're going to go back to it, but I don't think so. I don't think you're going to go back to your old self, especially after you see like what is happening, what's coming. Okay, so with the Eight of Swords in reverse, definitely like letting go of the past, right? This is very similar to the last group too, as far as like past trauma affecting them, but it seems like this is just in a different way. It seems like that you guys are putting in the work. It's just like you are so close to this like big breakthrough, but you are so scared of letting go of this past version of yourself. That is what's holding you back really, really hard right now, okay? The Queen of Swords decided to come out. So the Queen of Swords in reverse, and I feel like it really ties in with this Eight of Swords in reverse, and that could be you, okay? And you don't have to be a female. You could be a female, but I'm definitely saying that this is you. You're not content. You're not fulfilled right now, and that's to no fault of your own. It's just allowing those parts of yourself to go, allowing those parts of yourself to just make its way out the door, right? So with the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, I also see like someone that is hyper focused, but they're only hyper focused on like one area. And so that's another thing, is maybe so it could also, because with the Pentacles it talks about career and money, that could be one thing that you're trying to, I always get so like burpy when I'm reading and channeling messages. I'm sorry. It could be that you are focusing on something, you're focusing all your energy on something, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's crazy because like if I'm putting these cards like this, right? If I'm putting, they tell a story. They really tell a story. So I'm going to tell you this story. 2 of Cups is the illusion of yourself. Okay, you're trying to get to this brand new cup, but you're stuck thinking that you're this dirty old cup. All right, that's the illusion that for yourself. The Devil, the past self of you, or maybe in your past you struggled with addictions, right? You struggled with just some type of addictive personality, right? And so like it's pretty much a death to this person, right? It's a death, it's a ego death, or whatever you want to call it, but it's a death to a person in your past, but the person is you, okay? And then with the Artist, this is where you're at like now, or I feel like this is where you could be at once you get past all this, right? Or I want to say this is what you've been working on, okay? The Artist, manifesting, creating the life that you want to live, and then working hard, focusing on your opportunities, focusing on this new path, right? And then releasing burdens is really what I'm getting. Let's see. Ooh. And then this last card here is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, well, the Cups talks about like emotions and it talks about like our emotions and our relationships. And so like I feel like this is essentially like releasing the burdens, releasing the things that, or the thoughts that are holding you back, or the, what is the word? The thoughts that are holding you back, the actions that are holding you back. And then the Page of Cups talking about also maybe just like a release of emotions. Because like I said, the Cups do talk about, so with the Page of Cups in reverse, so it could just be, I think, like blockages, okay? And, I told you, I told a story. Sorry, I just had to collect my thoughts. The sticks are essentially about to, like, knock her off this cliff, right? So that is essentially what could be happening to you. Like you feel like your emotions are just controlling your life, okay? And knocking you off that cliff, right? I know that's so weird. It's so funny. Not funny, but it's just, it really does tell a story. Alright, so any more blockages for pile 2? I'm sorry, but these, okay. I'm going to start with the 2 of Swords. And all these cards came out, so I guess let's put these over there, because after all those cards, I'm sure that we are done with that deck. Fear of the unknown, right? Being blinded, feeling like you're blinded in a way. Now this talks about like feeling alone, feeling isolated. The Hermit does. The Knight of Swords talks about, the Knight of Swords in reverse, feeling stagnant, not really like progressing forward, okay? And it could be because like you're spending too much time alone, too much time in isolation. Now the Page of Swords talks about like, I like to think of it as like fighting our demons like head on, you know what I mean? Because the Swords talks about power and conflict, and we just have this like powerful woman right here, like just like ready to fend off whatever. The Tower in reverse, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, now this is very interesting because these similar cards came up in pile 2. Okay, so I guess if you were called to pile 2, you could check that out. But so okay, with the Tower in reverse, like, yeah, so I definitely am just seeing like a fear of the unknown, fear of like of making moves, fear of this change within yourself, right? With the Four of Cups, or the Seven of Wands is someone that's like holding on too strongly to their foundation, not really allowing for the divine guidance to step in, okay? And to me, Four of Cups talks about divine guidance, sitting and meditating and allowing ideas to flow to you naturally, but also, like I said, divine guidance. And then, yeah, so then the King of Pentacles talks about like being confident, making decisions, especially within like career, or if it has to do with money, materialism, making confident decisions. And like I said, like feeling like you have to protect your foundation a little bit too much. So maybe if you kind of let go a little bit of this control, this is what could come out of it, right? So I'm gonna also see what can we do to clear these blockages. Ooh, so definitely some self-care, and self-care in the form of like not just eating a type of ice cream. I mean, obviously we can do that, no shame in your game if you do so, but self-care, like actually taking care of yourself, maybe going and getting yourself a haircut, okay? Maybe going in and finding a counselor if you feel called to do so, but self-care, making some choices that like only benefit you, right? And being open, because I hear my eye went to this, allow yourself to receive. So keeping your heart open, not being closed off. Okay, don't be so closed off within your heart center. The Seven of Swords in reverse talks about kind of like running towards a new opportunity. So maybe just taking the time to slow down before making any more big moves. Okay, taking the time to slow down, connect with yourself, and seeing where these thoughts and feelings of like, I don't want to let go of this old version of myself, seeing where that's coming from. Why are you scared to let go of them or let go of that? Okay, and then we have the Temperance in reverse. Okay, and I talked about addictions up here, so moderation, because normally this would be like balance, right? So maybe just like doing things in moderation, especially like I said, if you are just doing too much of something, spending too much time watching TV, spending too much time eating, or spending too much time drinking, like find some balance, find some moderation, because it's putting you like out of sorts with yourself and with your inner divine guidance. Well, let's see if there's any oracle cards that want to come in. That's a weird way to shuffle them. Oh, wow, that one just like literally jumped out. That one jumped out too. It's so funny to watch them jump out like little scrimps. All right, so we have positive movement forward. So I definitely see that as the direction that you're heading in. And then movement, choices, and decisions. So lots of movement. Okay, so you will see some things start picking up very, very soon. Okay, and then with this movement forward, there will be choices, there will be decisions that you have to make. And sometimes making the harder choice is really what we're like supposed to do. And like I said, sometimes the harder choice is just, it's harder to make, but it's necessary to do. Okay, I thought there was more cards. We also have truth, and we also have destiny. So moving away from this person or this version of yourself is what you're meant to do. Okay, this in turn, it will bring you to your soul purpose. It will bring you to your destiny. And just being honest with yourself, the truth. I'm just seeing being honest with yourself. Okay, be really truthfully, brutally honest with yourself. Ooh, that's actually very beautiful. I know there was a lot of intense cards, but it ended up being a very, very beautiful reading. I mean, I think all readings are beautiful, but just in the sense that, like, this is what is to come. Okay, that's probably the most positive oracle cards that have came out so far. Oops. And now we're going to be picking up a card at the top and bottom of this pile. Hold on. The energy is not flowing, so perfect. There it is. All right, so off the top and then one off the bottom. Okay. So we have childlike devotion. You are multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. And just embracing your inner child. And then take note. Number 22. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. So definitely just tapping into yourself and finding some moments of silence within your day to really just sit with your thoughts and figure out what they're telling you. Okay? So thank you so much, group 4. I really hope that this reading resonated. Please let me know down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, hello group 5. If you pick Azurite, get laser focus. This is your reading. And on this channel, we do live shuffling. To those of you who have not been to my channel before. So we're gonna go ahead and start. This is about what blockages are in your life. And then what can we do to kind of get out? Okay, so put those over there. Sorry, my hand's reaching over. Okay, so we have the Magician, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which this card just came up on like 3 out of the 4 or 3 out of the 5 piles. So that's really crazy. Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Hierophant. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so first off, right off the bat with the Magician and the Six of Pentacles, I'm seeing that what is blocking you right now is you are asking for all these things. You're trying to essentially create all these things, but there is some form of imbalance, okay? And this card right here signifies the imbalance, the Six of Pentacles. And it could be an imbalance of between, like, you are doing the motions of setting intentions for manifesting, but you're not learning or taking the necessary steps to actually make what you want come true, okay? And it could be because, like, you're missing some information. So that could be what's blocking these manifestations from coming. Like, there's just more information that needs to be revealed to you. Now with the Four of Wands, upright. So, with the Four of Wands, to me, it's just like it's like a stable foundation. But then with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it's okay. So with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, to me, it's like like, okay, this talks about stability and a stable foundation. You can feel as if you don't, okay? You could feel as if like things could be taken from right under you any second, and that could be because of things that happened to you in your past. And I'm seeing that because this kind of tells a story, right? I'm seeing that this is the cause. Okay, so I want to like split these off into three. Let's split those off into three, because these three tell one individual story, right? And then these three cards tell another story. But they counteract with each other, they work with each other, they correlate with each other, because you can't manifest things and like not do any of the work, right? But you can't get to this stable foundation if you're not feeling like you are capable of achieving, or you do have a stable foundation, but because of the fact that you feel as if it's not secure or can be taken from you any second, that it leaves you feeling like this at the end of the day, okay? You're not really trusting that the universe has your back. You are coming from like a lack mindset right now, and so this is ultimately what you are feeling. And it's just like each and every day, it's like one more knife is going into your back, because like you are just coming from a place of like a lack mindset, okay? Okay, so we have the devil come up, and the devil can talk about addictions. It could just talk about limiting beliefs as well, but temptation for sure. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Let's keep going. So the Ace of Cups, well, the Cups talks about our relationships and it talks about our emotions, right? So with it in correlation with the Devil card, it really literally could be that your emotions right now is what's causing everything. Is what's causing all of your blockages, okay? Or just like at least a good portion of what's blocking you is because of your emotions. And it could also be within like some relationships around you, but I'm definitely hearing emotions, yeah. So you're focused right now on the things that haven't worked out for you. You're focused on all the broken cups, but you're forgetting that you have two full ones, right? And it could be that like I said, you are trying to manifest a little too quickly. Okay, I believe that you can. Others may say, oh no, things will happen. Like you can manifest it, will happen in 2 days, it'll come. I don't necessarily believe in that. I believe in divine timing. Okay, so it could be that you're trying to just progress forward before you're ready, or before the universe is ready for you. Okay, there's still lessons to be learned from whatever situation you're trying to go, in the direction that you're trying to go. I'm hearing career, business, right? I'm hearing that, but it doesn't have to be. But because these are general messages. So if it does resonate with you, just apply it to your life, right? But one major thing I heard was career, so that was for specific individuals, right? But yeah, you're focusing, like you could be fine. You could be fine financially, or you could be comfortable, roof over your head, like all your bills are paid, right? You just may not have extra money for yourself right now. And that's really a lesson in itself, to realize that not always are you going to have like an extra spending money. You're not always going to be able to buy what you want, but as long as you can provide what you need is really what's important right now in your life. You need to stop, I'm hearing you need to stop overspending, because that's really blocking you right now. And it's like every time you overspend, then like the universe basically has to play catch up, okay, and help you catch up on all your debts and stuff. So let's say you choose between your Wi-Fi or buying yourself a new part for your truck, or buying a new something, whatever you like. I say part for your truck because my husband very guilty of doing that, but like, let's say like you would rather have this material thing rather than pay for something that you really need, okay? And that's a lesson right now for you. That's one major blockage is being able to decipher, okay, the next few months I may not be able to really buy myself some materialistic things that I want, but as long as I can provide as far as food, water, and shelter, you're good, okay? So stop focusing on the things that you can't have right now and focus on what you do have, okay? Wow, that was really loaded. That was a really loaded message. Okay, so let's see. And financial literacy is very important, okay? Knowing when you can spend and what you can spend is super important, especially if you live in America and we live in this system of like our money stays in flow because we buy things, right? We have I think it's like capitalism, but knowing when not to feed into that is just as important, and knowing when to, right? Okay, so 3 of Pentacles in reverse and the 8 of Cups in reverse. So yeah, you're draining yourself right now. All your cups right now, like emotionally, like you're draining yourself because maybe you're focused on what everyone else has, okay? You're not really like this talks about like disharmony, and it could be disharmony within your relationships, finances, especially because like up here would mean collaboration, but maybe just doing things solo for right now is the best idea. But yeah, I keep going to see if there's any more blockages. Oh, perfect. I love how these cards come out in 3s. It's like one message here, one message here, one message here, one message here. It's really funny how that came out. So yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Definitely some stagnant energy. Definitely some karmic decks playing out right now. Okay, and it's not always bad, like karmic debts to be paid off, but it could be something from a past lifetime or even something from this lifetime. And you're basically just needing to relearn that lesson as far as like finances go. You need to relearn how to kind of control them and how to spend and being in control of them. Wow. Okay. So any more blockages for this group? Okay. The Star. So the Star really says that you are divinely connected, but you may be forgetting that, okay? You may be forgetting that you have a team of angels, you have God, you have people to call on that want to see you succeed, okay? So I'm gonna now move on to what can we do to alleviate these blockages, okay? What can we do to get the energy flowing again? So giving and receiving. Giving and receiving, okay? I'm gonna keep going. Giving and receiving, the 9 of Cups, and then we have the Devil. And I really feel like this is just trying to stay in charge. So I know it came up twice. It came up what's blocking you, and then what can we do to unblock it? But I really feel as if it's about cutting off this, not to be tempted by outside things, not to be tempted by the things that you want to buy yourself, but you can't buy it right now, okay? Don't be tempted by, don't be tempted about buying other things than necessities. Only focus on your necessities right now, okay? And I feel like this is an equal exchange, okay? Not overspending, not doing too much, right? And then with the 9 of Cups, surrendering in a way, surrendering to this divine guidance. And then once you do that, you surrender, you learn this lesson, you get past it, like that treasure chest is yours. So like I said, not always are you not going to be able to spend extra money. Right now I'm hearing that you really need to save, okay, because something can be happening in the next couple months that you're not prepared for. And so Spirit is saying right now you need to prepare for it, okay? Always try to be prepared as much as you can. I know it's hard right now because with the pandemic and everything, but I'm hearing like just be more mindful, okay? Be more mindful of, instead of spending $100 on Amazon every week, put that $100 in your savings account or invest it, you know? But yeah, so we're gonna do some oracle cards. Oh. Okay, so discontent and boredom, which is how you're probably feeling or will feel when you're going through this period, okay? But look, foundation and achievements. Now getting past this, feeling like getting past those feelings and the temptations, especially as far as materialism goes, you know, this is what comes out of it. Achievements, foundation. You have more time to spend on the ideas that you are trying to cultivate, right? And then harmony. So with these lessons, once you get past these blockages and understand why they're happening and why they're taking place in your life right now, you'll have harmony within yourself, within your relationships, especially if there's financial security. That always, you know, money can't buy happiness, but it sure as hell can make you comfortable, right? And make you not worry about other things. All right, so wow, you're getting through your message very quickly. That's what I like, though. And then we are going to shuffle these oracle cards. Yeah, you're definitely like a very fast-paced, like fiery energy, because I really feel like I also read the cards based off the collective energy of each group. So the first group, they were very out of sorts with themselves, very confused, very defeated. And so it took me like 25 minutes to get through their reading because I wasn't able to, like, the meanings of the cards weren't coming to me quickly. Now these, you guys are probably on fire, ready to take action, and so I was able to read them fairly quickly, right? So it's really funny to see how the energy plays out and then how I'm able to read based off of it, because I'm a very highly sensitive human person. I'm very sensitive to energies, very sensitive to the moon phases. So yeah. Now with this deck, I'm going to shuffle one more time. Oh my gosh. Actually, I'm not, because I was only going to pull 2 cards, but 3 just like jumped out. So you are the special pile who gets 3. All right, so we have the gift of neutrality. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side, okay? And I'm putting this with the 6 of Pentacles because within your finances, you need to find some balance. Stop overspending and save up, okay? Because what if maybe you're trying to buy a house? Maybe you have you have kids that are about to start school. Like, really just making some sacrifices is what I'm hearing, okay? So enjoy the journey, stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past and future. So if you find yourself weighed down by thinking about the future, try to just take it day by day. What can I do today to change my outcome? What step can I take today, okay, to reach towards my goal? And then we have shedding the old. There is change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you'll be able to see these new prospects, okay? Because there could be obstacles and challenges that come your way, especially within your finances, within your money mindset, okay? You're coming from a lack mindset. So it's about shifting the perspective that you have on money to realize that money is abundant. But if you're constantly telling yourself you don't have enough, or you're overspending, or you would rather buy yourself a $100 random item rather than spending $100 to put groceries in your fridge, it's about balance and taking care of your necessities before taking care of your wants. Okay, I know we like spoiling ourselves. It's one of the very beautiful things about living on this earth, is being able to buy what we want and do what, materialistic stuff can make us happy for a brief moment, but it's not going to ultimately make you happy. What's ultimately going to make you happy is knowing that you're secure, not only in your finances, but within your choices and your mindset and your emotions, right? Feeling harmonious in your relationships. And you can't feel harmonious in your relationships if you're blaming everybody else for what you don't have. Okay? And I'm sorry if that's harsh. I've told this before. I'm here to read the cards, not sugarcoat. And but pile 4, I definitely think you're in the right direction. It's just some tweaks within your mindset that you have to make. And a lot of it has to do with money, okay? So thank you so much, pile 5, group 5. If you feel called to do so, please subscribe to this channel. Leave me a comment and a like if this resonated. But thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye.